Hi everyone, this is Boogast Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Walking Dead 10-inch Merciless Negan figure. So, before we take a look at Negan, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. And so I can review him easier, I'll probably just pop him in half here. That way it's much easier to see on screen and I'm not struggling and everything. So, for his first accessory, it's the same as the previous Negan. He comes with this chunk of road right here. And it is exactly identical. Except, actually it's not identical because it's not broken. And that goes in much better. There we have that, which, let me just put that right there for now, off screen there. And up next, he comes with Lucille, which looks really nice, and it's all stained with blood and gory and everything. Just looks really nice. It's even got a little bit of wood grain texturing. Oops. It's got a little bit of wood grain texturing. Looks really nice. I like all that blood on there. And you have to take the bottom off, as with the previous one. Just stick it through his hand like that. And just stick it back together like that. So now let's take a look at Negan himself. So, the thing that's different with this figure from the previous Negan is that this one is clean shaven and he's got blood all over him. The upper torso is the only thing that's different. The legs, oops, just about knocked my camera off here. The legs are exactly the same except for the belt buckle, which is just painted gold instead of silver. But it's the exact same other than that. I did take my other Negan figure in half here, so I could do comparisons. Like I said, it's just much easier to fit on my review station right here. So there is the previous Negan. And honestly, I think the new one looks more like him than this one does, to be honest. I mean, you can both tell who they're supposed to be, but I think this one just looks a little more like him. I don't know, I think maybe the eyebrows, they have a little bit of a dry brushing of gray in them. And his hair has a dry brushing. So I think this version looks a little bit better, like the head sculpt. But yeah, I mean, they both look like Jeffrey Dean Morgan. You can both tell who they're supposed to be. But he's got a little bit of blood right there on the left side of his face. And he does have 5 o'clock shadow, which looks really nice. If you get up there, that really looks real. I'm really impressed with that. And I do like the dry brushing in his hair. That looks really nice. The scarves, are they the same? Let me get them here. No, they are not. This one is darker in color. As you can see, this one is him pointing with his bat. And this one, he's holding his bat like he's getting ready to hit. This kind of reminds me of when he threw the blood on Rick. When Abraham's blood. So, I feel like this should have been the first figure. And this one should have this head on it. Because that's what I was thinking of. I probably need to go back and rewatch the episodes, honestly. But that's what I thought of when I saw this. Is him after he killed Abraham. Spoiler alert, I probably should have said that. If you haven't seen the last season of The Walking Dead. But he's got a gesture that he's pointing with Lucille like that. Like he's supposed to be going like that. And I will put him back together at the end of this review. I'm just doing this right now to show what he looks like. But Lucille looks really nice in his hand. But it's kind of odd that his hand just has a little bit of blood right here, like Lucille is covered in blood, and he just has a little bit of blood right here. And he has blood on his jacket right here. You can see it right there. Kind of blends in a little bit. But you can see that he has blood on him. And his jacket has a dry brushing of, looks like a little bit of gray and navy. So that looks really nice. So these figures are a little bit similar. They're also a little bit different too, if that makes sense. Slight differences, but I still like this one. I like Negan more like this because I read the Walking Dead comics, and that's how I'm used to him looking. The only complaint I have with this is that his arm wants to fall off freely. Like, if you just bump it, it just falls off. Like, let me put it on just like that. Like, if you just touch it, well, of course now it's not going to do it, but it'll just fall off. I knocked it over, I bumped it when I was trying to pose it, and the arm just fell off. So it is very loose. That does bother me a little bit. But I do think this is a really awesome figure. Just basically a re-release. I mean, the only thing different is his upper torso right here and the head. I mean, the head is the same, but it's repainted. So the only thing new is this. But it looks really nice. And I suppose if you wanted, you could probably have him hold Lucille in his right hand too. Let me just take that like so. Yeah, you can hold it in that hand too. But then he probably looks really funny. Yeah, because he's doing that. Yep, that looks really funny. That doesn't look right at all. So he can hold it in his right hand, but he'll look extremely funny doing so. So let's just put Lucille back in his hand. And then there. So now let's go over his articulation. He's got a ball-jointed head that can't look back. He can look down just a little bit. And he can move his head side to side. Although he just looks creepy doing that. He can look like that. Which doesn't look bad. He's got swivel arms that, as you can see, fall off. Or his left arm does. And he's got swiveled wrist. It's the same with this arm. Let's see here. It'll turn, and it does not fall off, so that's good. It's got a swiveled wrist that really doesn't move too much. And now let's put him back together here. As you can see, it just kind of there. So that is how Negan looks all together. And he does look pretty good. So now let me put the other Negan here together. I'm putting them together off screen here. And compare. So let's put this Negan right here. And this Negan right here. So there they are together. I don't know. I really like them both. I think they're both really awesome. I do like the blood deco on the new one. And I like the clean-shaven head better. But if you wanted, you could probably swap the heads. I won't try that on this review because I did try previously when I first got it. And I just about popped its head off and broke it. I might boil it in some hot water and see if you can switch the heads that way. But I'm sure it is possible. So yeah, this figure is really awesome. It's just a redo, but I had to have it because it is Negan. So that's my review of the Walking Dead 10-inch Merciless Negan figure. So if you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.